fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well, greetings, young Jedi. Hello there.
What's up, everyone? Hybrid Toy Reviews here, and we are starting this weekend's toy hunt a little bit early. It's Thursday night. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out much on Saturday, but I would like to go out on Friday, and I don't think I can hit enough places Friday after work, so we're going to do a Thursday and Friday pre-weekend toy hunt. We're still going to call it a weekend toy hunt, though. We've got to keep the title. But anyway, the big thing I would like to find is Black Series Jango Fett. I would like to get Jango. I'd like to have him reviewed next week. I really want to see the improvements they've done on this Jango, because as I've said a time or two before, I consider the original Jango Fett the worst figure in the line. So it'd be really cool to find him. It'd be cool to find the Cad Bane Micro Galaxy Chase. That would be really cool from Series 7. There was a Meyer that I'm going to shoot for that had no Black Series on the shelf at all last week. They have had 5 days to restock. And I know that Meyer is a pretty good store about that kind of thing. And that is in Boardman, Ohio. And I'm guessing that if they've restocked, whatever they got from the warehouse must be the newest thing. So that's the logic I'm running with. So we'll hit that Meyer. There's 2 other Meyers in the general area that we could hit, including the one that I found Toba Fett at. There is a couple of Targets, Walmarts, you know, we'll find some cool stuff tonight. I'm hoping, anyway. So let's go see what we can turn up, and of course, you'll see it with me. Here we are at the Boardman Meyer, a reminder that this one last week had not one Black Series on the shelf, so hopefully they've gotten a good restock. What the heck? I was banking on this one being a good stop, so that kind of sucked. But there's other places to go, so let's try and turn something up. Well, the wave is showing up at Target, so let's try the Boardman Target. Well, ooh, we have Luke, Leia, Cassian, Praetorian. You know, I was here a few weeks ago, and basically none of those were here. I think they had the Praetorian. So interesting that Target is still getting Luke and Leia after all this time. Still very cleaned out. We got some Micro Galaxy AT-AT and Anakin multi-packs, and not seeing anything else too interesting. Marvel is very limited. They've got some Spider-Man 2099s, a couple of the Iron Man Mark III repacks where they took away all the accessories, so I don't know why anyone would be buying that. G.I. Joe's a little bit light, and they have the Police Emergency Service Unit. One of him. I need to pick one up at some point. I really should quit dragging my feet. But yeah, no Marvel otherwise. Clearance end caps are kind of stacked. They have a whole bunch of G.I. Joe Heavy Duty for $17. They've got some of those micro Fast and Furious cars. Bunch of blind box stuff. This one's got some of the 12-inch Marvel and Star Wars on sale, and yeah, that Bib Fortuna that has been peg warming hard. Here I am at Walmart, and this is a really nice plaza that has a Ross. 2 stops in one. Alrighty, let's see what we can turn up here. So, Star Wars. We got a V-19, a Kylo, and a bunch of Ventress fighters. It's kind of the Walmart standard at this point. Got a couple Captain Rexes, multiple Captain Rexes. Wow, he's a really good figure. Why aren't y'all showing up in Boardman, Ohio for Captain Rex? Got a couple of ARC 170s that don't have enough pilots, so I'm not buying. And I'm not seeing any Marvel Legends. Thankfully, that Ross is in walking distance. Maybe the trick to finding Sabine lightsabers is to wait until after the Christmas busy season. Nothing too eye-catching on the hanging shelves. Working through normal L. Those are kind of cool. Fire truck kit. Fire trucks are cool. Lego Dreams, that's neat. Ooh, Black Series. We have Dedra and May. Why is Dedra here? I thought people allegedly like Andor. Ooh, and an OSHA. So, yep, nothing eye-catching over here. Let's go see what's by the registers. And Let's see what's going on over here. We have another Dedra, Osha, a third Dedra, and another Osha. Reduced to $3.99. That might be right. Gotta clear those out. Let's try another Meyer. This is the Austintown location. I'm sure I checked it out last week, and I know this one had a couple figures at least, but maybe they've gotten more. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Oh, this is where I saw Obi-Wan last week, so we got a Gideon, a Krennic, a Marin, and a Cassian. So it's cool stock, but just nothing I need. Bunch of V19s and the Kylo and a Snowspeeder and stuff, so nothing to write home about here, but it was on my way to my local most one, so I needed to put eyes on it. Alright, this Myers and Niles is where I found Toba Fett last week, and I left a Dual Zen Vader and a Toba Fett on the shelf, so I'm not really expecting a restock, but you never know what they might have. Alright, what are we gonna find? They have Tobo, no way. They sold the Vader and they got Jango. Alright, this is my go-to Meyer for now on and forevermore. And that's it for this week's Hybrids Weekend Toy Hunt. No, I'm kidding. We will hit a couple more stores later on just for fun. But this does conclude the Thursday night segment. So freaking cool. I'm going to go home. I don't know that I'm going to get the review done tonight. Might do that over the weekend. But I aim to have this out on Monday. And the next Thursday's figure ranking will be the Wave ranking. So super amped on that. What a legendary find. What's up, everyone? It is now Friday night. Having found Jango yesterday, I'm not really looking for anything, but we're going to hit a couple of stores and just see what's out there. You never know what you're going to find. So I'm at a Walmart, so let's just start the night. It's not going to be a long night. I might be getting dinner with my sister after, so let's see what we can turn up. Oh, dang, where'd my hair go? Walmart barber did me good. That's the kind of vlog it is. I can get a haircut in my vlog if I want. What are you going to do about it? I don't know if I did my outside shot, but I'm at my local Ashtabula Walmart, and it's just the same crap there always is. I don't even know why I look here. Tri-Fighter, Cloud Car, Desert Skiff, Kylo Fighter, all the stuff left over from the end cap from last year. Something interesting is there have been some weird things popping up, like this Titan Star-Lord from Guardians 3, you know, that 3-year-old movie, and the plastic-free Elena Belova from 3 years ago. It's just like, did they just find those in the back somewhere? But I just saw them get put out the other day. I was just like, what? This Walmart's in Madison, Ohio. I've been here on Toy Hunts before, and they usually have a pretty okay selection. Let's see what they got. Alright, so this one's toy aisle is stocked, but nothing that's super eye-catching. You got some V19s and a Kylo silencer. And then there's all the common Black Series from that end cap they had earlier in the year. All of that Captain Rex wave. Except there are no Rexes or Anakins. A bunch of SM-33 though. They have all those armored commandos. They have all the common TVCs that you might expect to see here. Nothing really jumping out at me. This one does have the Collecticon display though, so let's take a quick look. Probably nothing too incredible here. You have more Stormtroopers, you got Holiday Stormtroopers. Why are those not on clearance yet? You got all the Jedi Legend Obi-Wans you could ever want, and you got all sorts of stuff going on. Some of those Commando and Battle Droid 2-packs that were Amazon exclusives, and now they're here. So just a very standard finding. Here we are at the Target in Menor, Ohio. There's a Walmart. We might hit their Meyer, and I think that's probably going to conclude the vlog from there, since we've already succeeded for the weekend, but still got to look a little bit. Alright, so taking a look at what they got, they have the MGS AT-AT, and I'm not seeing the Shuttle Tydiriums. Those seem to have clearanced out instantly. We have a Krennic, a Basel. What are these? Are these the new flick action lightsabers? These are really cool. They're electronic. Okay, so they've they've made them electronic and they collapse all the way in. That's actually really cool. The ones we had as kids couldn't do that. That's nuts, actually. Sorry for the distraction. I'm just very passionate about toy lightsabers. I've always wished they were better. And here, Marvel Legends, they have those Iron Man Mark III, so seem to be hitting Target everywhere. Some Spider-Man retro card. Not really much going on with Joe's, just those Cobra Commanders. Yeah, Target hasn't 100% bounced back from Christmas just yet. And the video game figures. What do we have in the Minecraft figures? We have all of these Shulkers, Steve, got the Fox, the Wolf, all sorts of cool stuff. Pretty standard though, nothing that I haven't seen elsewhere. The clearance end caps look like a nuke has gone off. This is nuts. They have, not even on sale, just all the old Lego poly bags are just sitting here. At least they're not stickered if they're on sale. Yeah, that's bizarre. New Lego poly bags, though. They're paper now. I know they were going to do it eventually, but don't like that. This clearance end cap has a bunch of action figure stuff on it. It's nothing I personally want, but it's cool to see. It's getting late, so I think that's really where I'm going to call it. There was some cool stuff in there with those new lightsabers, but you know, I've hit a lot of these stores recently over the last couple weeks, and I just don't think I'm going to find anything else I need. So I'll recap at home. I lied. It's Saturday night, and I'm able to go to one Walmart. It's about to close. Need a supply line for the toilet I'm putting in at my aunt's house. But you know it. We're going to look at the toys. For anyone curious, Walmart does sell toilet water supply lines. I wasn't sure that they would, but it's like 10:30, so everywhere else is closed. So I'm getting that. I'm also getting the Dr. Swatch Voldemort soap. I'm going to smell like corpse flowers, so any ladies out there that like a Dark Lord smelling man, hit me up. And let's see what's going on. Ooh, there's new Micro Galaxy. There's the Geonosian Starfighter, a V-19 Torrent, a TIE Defender, a Ventress Fighter. Am I just finding the leftovers? I'm not seeing any micros up top. I tell you though, that Geonosis Fighter is interesting. Doesn't have a flight stand. That's interesting. I guess I never did end up opening the deluxe one. Screw it. I think that's going to happen. So that's a cool find, right? Review will come along sometime. Bunch of Andor. This is the Warren, Ohio Walmart. They've had a lot of plastic-free Andor for some time. So nothing too crazy here otherwise. So that's the haul. So anyway, that's it for the hunt. I'm gonna go get working on some videos, but Jango and the Geonosian Fighter, really light week. After last week though, can you blame me? I found a lot of cool stuff last week. Gonna go work on some videos, got all sorts of ideas for this week. So thank you for coming toy hunting with me. Next weekend, I'm gonna try and think of something a little more exciting than just going to Walmart, going to Meijer, but you never know. There's not really anything out there now. There's some Micro Galaxy stuff dropping, obviously. So maybe we'll look for that. Maybe we'll hit some Mon Pops. I'll know what I want to do next week by the time next week rolls around. So thanks for hunting with me. I hope you had a good time tagging along, and I hope to see you next week. May the Force be with you. Have a good one.